Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Shadowrun Hong Kong. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you chose to join me today as we go back to Kindly Shank's place, because the girls are already there, so yeah. And we're gonna, I guess, get a new mission? I don't know, I don't know. So the place looks nice as always. We got some dude here, some new people in here. This guy's bleeding? Yeah, it looks to be. Okay. Kindly's place reeks of stale cigar smoke and fresh urine. Oh, so it doesn't look nice as I said. Okay. The clicking of mahjong tiles is strangely absent. In its place is a low murmur of laughter and an air of eager anticipation. All eyes are focused on the groaning figure kneeling bloody and bound at the feet of Kindly Shank. Yeah, I saw him already. She beckons to him with her finger and he struggles towards her. The loud rustling of the plastic tarp crackling under his knees as he moves. His pants are wet with fear. Fear? Oh, that's where the smell of urine came from. That's right. That was his fear, alright. Anyway, an acetylene torch lies on the table at Shang's right hand. Kindly Shang ignores the scene. She behaves as if all is right in the world. How did you sleep, my little ones? Fine, thanks. What's with the guy on the floor? She indicates the kneeling man with an incline of her nose. Shitbird here is a plainclothes cop. He snuck into the area last night while we were sleeping, hoping to find you and kill you before his competition got you first. My men found him outside your trawler, the trawler you were sleeping on. They saw to it that your rest was undisturbed and that your location remained a mystery. She nods her head back towards the pillar of meat standing behind her. You can thank Mr. Bao for that. Okay, so our newest ally, or I guess Sheng's newest ally that we brought to her is already helping us. Well, let's not strangle a Bao then. Bao inclines his head 1/4 of an inch. Precisely 1/4 of an inch. She addresses the bloody man on his knees. Now, Shitbird, tell my friends here what you told me. I don't know anything. I swear. We just got the order in last night. Somebody high up wants these two dead. The whole department is on it. I don't know anything else. Someone from high up. The old man lifts her foot, taps his shin with the toe of her toe. How high? The cop looks up at her, looks around at the room filled with triad soldiers. One of them opens his coat and shows the cop something inside. He closes it slowly and winks. Okay. The cop drops his head to his chest. All the way up. It's someone on the council. Someone on the executive council wants these two dead. Cheng spits on him with a sneer. Fuck your ancestors to the 18th generation. Give me the truth. The cop wears the spittle. He never lifts his head. It's the truth, madam. I swear it. Whoever it was labeled them as terrorists. We're to terminate with extreme prejudice. Kindly Sheng shuffles closer to the kneeling cop, reaches down and strokes his head with her hand. Then she slowly digs her fingers into scalp. She pulls back hard until his chin points high. The triad boss leans in close and searches his eyes with her own. Yeah, that's all he's got. She lets go of his head and smooths his buzzard-cut hair with her hand. For whatever reason, last night someone on the executive council of the Free Enterprise Zone ordered the Hong Kong police force to kill two nobodies from Seattle. I find that fascinating, don't you? Well, yeah, I can tell that some I call that some messed up shit. Seattle isn't like Hong Kong there. There, the megacorps control the government. Here, the corps are the government. The exec council is chosen by the corporate board of governors. They're basically the legislative and executive branches of Hong Kong government in one tiny package. 8 people call all the shots. Neat and efficient. Kindly Shang steps back from the cop and lights one of her thin black cigars. From the wage slaves the civilian ship, corporations are a pantheon of gods who wield absolute power. But not for us. The triad woman takes a long pull from a cigar and taps her ash on the kneeling cop's head. Who else knows about my guest's visit to Hai Hoi? Shitbird? No one, madam. I hadn't called it in yet. I wanted to kill for myself. No one knows they're here. I swear. He turns to her enforcer. Mr. Bao? Bao fiddles with a PDA in his meaty hands. Just tell me the truth. No outgoing calls on this PDA. Very good. Thank you, Bao. She nods at the cop. Thank you for your honesty. In one smooth motion, and there goes the cop. Yep. In one smooth motion, Strangled Bao produces a silenced pistol, fires it once into the policeman's head, and replaces it in his jacket. His face never changes expression. Yeah, I'm not gonna. Yeah, that was a cop indeed, and he kind of. I don't know. He probably had no idea. I don't know. I have no idea if he had any idea or not. But then again, neither of. Yeah, what the hell? That was a cop! Cheng takes a drag on a cigar. I know, my darling. Now is a silent cop. She balances her cigar on her shot glass, picks up some mahjong tiles and begins playing with them absently. It's clear our friend Raymond Black was up to something involving the walled city. Something having to do with prosperity, apparently. And this executive council member wanted Raymond dead for that. She stacks her tile one by one. Click. Clack. Now they want you dead for it too. Click. This plastic-faced man may show up on your door one day too. She knocks the pile over and it clatters to the table loudly. I have a proposal for you, my sweets. Work for me. Yeah, I kinda... Didn't we talk about that already? I don't know. With Nightshade and Gutshot dead, I find myself with 2 job openings. Fill them. I have need of deniable assets here. Players unaffiliated with the triads who can take care of some of the more unsavory business needs about town. You're proving yourself resourceful. You have no existing connections here. That can be a positive in this line of work. Yeah. See? Shadowrunners. Wu grunts, his jaw tightens, but it stays quiet. In exchange, I will keep you safe from pests like this one. She nods at the body off the floor. The pool of blood on the plastic wrap continues to widen. You'll have safe harbor here in my town, and a steady source of income. She picks up a handful of tiles again. And while you dip your toe into the waters of corporate espionage, organized crime, and clandestine mercenary actions, I will employ my network to find the plastic-faced man and gather information about Raymond Black. Where he's been, who he's talked to, who stood to gain from his death, what this prosperity could be. Yeah, you're putting out a lot of effort to help a pair of foreigners. Not foreigners, my sweet. Valued business associates. I need to learn who killed one of my clients and then order the cops to execute my team of Shadowrunners. Her voice drops and she becomes deadly serious. This is a brazen disregard of my power. Face dictates it must be confronted, or I stand to lose everything. So how would the arrangement work? I find the right jobs for people with your talents. You do what our clients cannot do for themselves. I take a finder's fee and a small percentage of your earnings, and you make a lot of nuyen very quickly. It's all very civilized, really. Work for me. Work with me. Allow me to help you make money. Let my network work for you and help you find out what you've gotten yourselves into. Without my help, you won't last a day out there. You're completely out of your depth, I'm afraid. You need a partner. Kindly Shang will be your partner. Wu's hands go to his hips. He drops his head and shakes it a little, amused. That was just like you said, Kalim. Shadowrunners. Glad I had some time to think about it. Process. He grips the back of his neck, squeezes hard, rips his hands away. Ah, fuck it. I'm not a cop anymore. The guy's dead. Huh, I'm in. What about you? Yeah, it doesn't seem like we have a choice, does it? There's good money, let's see, and I'm in until I can clear my name and get the hell out of Hong Kong. Yeah, that's true. I'm gonna find out who killed Raymond, someone's gotta pay. Yep, that's also true. But this one, I think Ray's still alive too. Let's run the shadows and figure out what happened to him. Raymond is alive, I'm sure of it. so I'll run the shadows as long as Auntie Shang keeps up her end of the bargain and helps us figure out what really happened to him. Then I'm gonna find my father. Then it's done. Hoi is now open to you. She gestures to a lieutenant who raises a finger to her ear and whispers into her sleeve. First order of business. Kaleem Silver Eyes and Duncan Wu don't exist anymore. You'll need street names. Yeah, okay. I'll think of something. Gobbet runs her cheek against the rat's a glint in her eyes. I think we've already got you covered, gun show. She turns to Isabel. Fits, doesn't it? Indeed. I knew that was gonna stick. Oh, apparently Wu is now gun show. Kindly Shang says, it has stuck. Gobbet Isabel will handle this the same way we did with all your previous work. She didn't say Nightjar. All the jobs I line up for you will be sent to your computer on the squat boat. She's pointing at you. Okay, so my computer? Oh, yeah, I got it. Why him? Oh, it's a simple process of elimination. She points to the little decker. Isabel isn't the leader type. You got that right. She moves her finger to the orc girl. As for Gobbet, let's just say Gobbet doesn't have the head for business. Not my thing. Then she rests her finger on Wu. And then there's Gunshow. The jury's out on Mr. Gunshow. Meaning? Her response is direct, straightforward. Meaning there's a lot going on within that head of yours right now, and I'm not sure I can trust you. Yeah, Gunshow will be fine, trust me, there's no problem right there. Kindly Shang makes eye contact with you and holds it. She keeps it steady for a long time. She's trying to read me, okay. Wu doesn't notice, apparently. Don't worry, I'll be cool, Kaleem. Yeah, Kaleem Silver Eyes doesn't exist anymore. Only Sil. Wu shakes his head, eyebrows raised. Gonna be weird calling you Sil again. Haven't called you that since we were kids. Gobbet looks from Isabel to Wu to you. I guess this is our new crew. The rat on her shoulder scurries to the top of her head for a better view. Welcome to the shadows, Sil. So we're now Sil and Gunshow. Gunshow, it kind of fits. I've enjoyed that name since the beginning. So we got a new objective. Activate the mission computer. No, actually, wait. That's a new objective, but we've read this before. Yeah, okay. Okay, it's all good. Oh, by the way, we have some more karma to spend, and I think I will need some health. So let's give it a shot at body. Let's spend some karma in our body. Okay, so let's see. Cyber Rare Affinity. I'm not gonna go for Cyber Rare right now. So, let's go with this. Body 4. And, let's see. Yeah, it's Cyber Rare Affinity. It's all fine. It is all fine. Let's see. Yeah, we can select our other friends right now. So our new objective is gonna be to get hell out of here and go somewhere. I don't really know where, but we'll follow the quest marker. No big deal. What the hell is that? Down there. Crew advancement available. As you lead your team through the shadows, your companions will continue to develop and learn new combat skills. Clicking the icon on the lower right-hand corner of the screen will open the crew advancement menu. When this icon is highlighted, one or more of your companions is eligible to learn a new combat skill. At each advancement level, you may choose one of 2 possible combat skills for each of your runners. Choose wisely. Okay, so that's cool. That's what that was. So I got Duncan, I got Gobbet, and Isabel. Each one of them are now at level 2. Let's start with Duncan. So he gets Lethal Force, which gains him the ability Firepower Round. Duncan gains an assault rifle ability that fires a single shot of incendiary ammo. Does an additional 2 damage and pierces the armor up to 2 points. Costs 1 AP and cooldown 2 rounds. Okay, crowd control. What does it do? It is a rifle ability that does 2 AP damage and imbalances targets, making them easier to hit on subsequent attacks. This ability cannot do critical damage. Costs 1 AP. This is actually pretty cool. Neutralizing opponents. That is actually an ability that I want. Yeah. I want that one. So let's check out Isabel. I like her name is 0. I mean, I'm not a big fan of lead speak. If you don't know what lead speak is, well, you probably do, but anyway, lead speak is when you write words with numbers, basically, and well, that is lead speak for all means and purposes. but I find it fun, I guess. So let's see, she gets sabotage, and Isabel's grenade launcher can now fire remote mines, which can be triggered to detonate at will. Isabel gains the Tar Blaster 1.0 program, an upgrade version of the blaster that also sticks enemies in place for 1 round. Ooh, I don't know. Let's go with sabotage, I guess. Let's go with sabotage. And last but not the least, Gobat, the rat shaman, and her little rats. So she has territoriality, apparently. That's how it's pronounced. Gobat spends some more time at the firing range, increasing her range combat skill and an SMG specialization by 1. That's pretty good. Spirits will never break away in the first 2 rounds after summoning them. That's fine. I am a summoner as well, so let's go with this one and confirm all. I wonder. Oh, actually, yeah, sure. This action cannot be done. Yeah, I'm totally sure. Totally sure. And let's exit. So now, where do I need to go? Back to the butthole, the boat hole. What's it called? The bolt hole. Yeah, there it is. Never. I don't think I'm gonna remember that very well. Okay, so we got a hatch. Does this take us down? Oh, hi, man. Rector. Rector? Well, that's a weird name. It's oppressively hot down here, and the air is full of synthetic odors that grab you by the sinuses and refuse to let go. You can smell engine grease and melting plastic, ionized air and lead solder. A quick scan of the room tells you why. The downstairs tenant has converted this place into a machine shop. Metal fabrication tools and Duraplast extruders line the walls, and a pair of heavy industrial manipulators hang from the ceiling. A man in a black trench coat stands with his back to you, staring at a monitor mounted above a sturdy workbench. He addresses you without turning. Ah, I was wondering when I'd meet the new neighbor. His voice is pleasant, cultured. There's a hint of a Russian accent there. Okay, so I need to bring on my Russian accent for him, but it's buried under layers of nuance. Please, stay where you are. I'll be with you in just a moment. Unless you fancy an unplanned trip to Chrome Alley, don't touch anything. There are all matters of tools in here, and that could take your end clean off. Okay, so take your time. I won't touch anything. Oh, you're very kind. Thank you. So let's examine the robotic arms. Actually, try to. Let's not do that. Try to see what's on the screen. The feed on the monitor looks like some sort of design software. You can see what appears to be a slim, spidery appendage in an orthographic and perspective views. Very good, yes, that's coming along nicely. Very nicely indeed. He turns towards you. Yeah, it does look a bit like the Russian cliche type of guy. Not to diminish the artwork, mind you. It does look like a bit of a common Russian villain from 007 movies. But anyway, he turns towards you smiling, and for the first time you can see his face. He has broadly handsome Slavic features and chiseled jaw. His eyes are like flecks of ice. So sorry to have kept you waiting, Mr. Still, it's no problem. Don't worry about it. Oh, you're too kind. Now tell me, what can I do for you? His voice trails off as a flash of motion catches his eyes. With an alarming speed... Oh, okay. What the hell? A sinister-looking drone scuttles out from under the work table. Its movements are surprisingly agile and fluid. The machine rears back menacingly, spreading its forelegs in a clear sign of aggression. The man's smile stilts, and his tone goes apologetic. Please, don't mind the drone. He can be territorial, but so long as you remain civil, he will not bite. He extends a hand. Simultaneously, the drone relaxes with a neutral position, lowering its killing legs. Rector, my mechanical counterpart, is called Koshki. Koshki? Is that how it's pronounced? That Koshki? So that's Koshi? I don't know. I'm gonna call it Koshki because I think that sounds a little bit more Russian. Yeah. Slap him 5. No. Yeah, a pleasure. Let's shake his hand because it's cultured apparently. His hand is rough and abnormally warm to the touch. He shakes your hand with a solid grip. I am very pleased to meet you, my friend. In a community such as Hihoi, it's important to be on good terms with one's neighbors. Yeah, agreed. So, speaking of which, I'd like to ask you some questions if you have the time. He glances at the bracer on his forearm. A technical display winks to life, then gutters out. Ooh, cool. That's high motion detection right there to turn on and turn off the screen. Pretty cool. Very well. This morning's casting should still be cooling for a few minutes yet. that's time enough to talk. So, when you said this morning casting, what do you mean? Oh, exactly what I said. A casting that I made of a new locomotive assembly for Koshki. He gestures at the display above the work table. A biomimetic. Biomimetic? What the hell is that? Mimetic? Is that like it mimics biology? Biomimetic design, as you can see. This one is inspired by the walking legs of a decapod crustacean, the mangrove crab, to be specific. So you're designing drone parts in here? And fabricating them, yes. Whoa, how did you learn to do that? The more training and experience that I care to mention, he offers you a wry smile. Drone architecture was once my profession, you see. Now it's more of a calling. One that I'm free to pursue now that I've freed myself from the shackles of corporate servitude. Yeah, Koshki is an interesting name for a drone. Yes, I suppose that it is. Not many riggers would name their most prized possession after a villain from a fairy tale. A nod to my heritage, I suppose. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't know the story. But what was the fairy tale about? A thoroughly unpleasant person, Koshki the Deathless, he was called. And for a good reason. His soul was cleverly hidden outside of his body, and he could not be killed so long as it remained intact. Koshki was a villain and a notorious kidnapper of women, but something about him always stuck with me. I suppose that it was the notion of immortality through cleverness that resonated. There was something to be learned from that, I was sure. And so, when it came time to name my beloved creation, his was the first name that came to mind. And is Jordan deathless like its namesake? In a matter of speaking, I suppose that he is. I have redundant copies of every piece of his architecture, and his core programming is stored on disk in a secret location. Should he ever suffer critical damage, I can easily bring him back. I had a plan once to automate the self-repair process. I must confess, I was really quite ingenious. But alas, my research was lost. One day I will reclaim it, and Koshki will become as deathless as the stories claim, but it will not be today. So, yeah, are you Russian? I thought I got a hint of an accent there. You have a good ear, I'm impressed. Yes, I grew up in Nizhny Novgorod. Nizhny Novgorod. Went to school there. Started my career there in the industrial sector. A fairly common story, I'm sure. But I also have traveled a great deal. And in so doing, I have absorbed a number of languages and dialects. So how many languages do you speak? Counting Russian and Cantonese? 15? Yeah, it shames me to admit that I'm only literate in 12, however. Yeah, that's still impressive, man. Perhaps when compared to the common man, but I've known a great many polyglots who can and do put me to shame. Gives you another half shrug, and Koshki mirrors the gesture. So they're quite the pair, apparently. Arabic has been a particular bugbear of mine. The unfamiliar characters and lack of vowels make it damn tricky to get a handle on, but I suppose that all men have their limits. So, oh, I didn't know Arabic didn't have vowels. Oh, that's cool, because I knew that Aramaic and pretty sure ancient Egyptian also didn't have vowels. That's one of the most difficult things about understanding ancient Egyptian. So I knew that from my studies, but I didn't know Arabic didn't have vowels, so that's interesting. That's pretty interesting. So that probably, I know for those Arabics in the audience, that probably spawns a whole load of strange dialects, even in the same country. Because I know, for example, Chinese, which I guess Canton is what it is. I don't know, but anyway, Chinese people from different parts of the country don't understand other Chinese people from other parts of the country because the dialects are so different, even though it's the same language. And yeah, I do know that from the few Chinese people that I met, and so apparently Arabic is kind of the same. Yeah. Let's see. You said that you used to work for a corp? Whose payroll were you on? That's something of a sore subject. My departure was involuntary, you see. I did not part ways with my employer under the best of terms. I will tell you that I worked for Grecian Aviator, but you'll forgive me if I don't want to go into detail. Yeah. Okay. So you got some interesting machining here. Not the kind that you typically see outside of corporate settings. That same could be said of many in Hehoy. I'm sure this is a smuggler's den, is it not? Our entire economy is based on people having things that they shouldn't. Is there a particular device that interests you out of curiosity? Yeah, the robotic arm that you've got over there. They look like something, arms. Robotic arms. They look like something taken from an automotive assembly plant. His smile flashes brilliantly in the light. Good guess. That's precisely what they are. They fell off a boat, you might say. They weren't cheap, but I acquired them and had them mounted on to the wall of my shop. Simply had to have them, you know. One of those things. The return on investment has been dramatic. Yes, they are cruder by far than the Waldo devices that I used in my professional life, but they still do the job and they are mine. Oh boy, they have increased my fabrication capabilities nearly tenfold, and that to me is worth any price. Yeah, keeping all this machinery running can be cheap. How can you afford it? A freelance. At the risk of sounding immodest, I've commodified myself rather well. There are always corporations in need of design consultations. You'd be surprised how lucrative such work can be. There is always other work that I can turn to do in a pinch. You said you did other work besides consulting. What? Care to tell me what kind? He pauses and for a second something flashes in his eyes. Koshki lowers its body into a crouch. Rather personal question, wouldn't you say? Well, sorry, I really didn't mean to pry. No, it's all right. After all, it was my throwaway comment that led you down this path. I cannot fault you for following it. Truth be told, I don't feel especially comfortable discussing my side works with relative strangers. Suffice it to say that my freelance activities often fall on the illicit end of the spectrum. Yeah, Shadowrunners, you know. Yep, well, yeah, exactly. Tell you what, I'm just going to guess. You're a Shadowrunner, aren't you? He gives you a shallow nod. I dislike the term, but yes, I run the shadows. What gave me away? Well, nothing in particular, I just get that feeling, yeah, really. Interesting. Well, your intuition is correct, as I said. Now I'm going to use mine. You're a Shadowrunner as well, but you're new to the profession. Am I correct? I think I could get away with saying this because I have the etiquette. And since I don't think I said this before, but this is not a completionist run. Let's go with this one. Let's take risks. Shadowrunning? Me? Never. Oh, actually, no, wait. Yeah, okay, so I mistook that. Okay, so I thought this option was to say that I am not new, but no, it's that I am not a Shadowrunner. Let's go with this one. Yeah, on all counts. Koshki scuttles forward, its glowing eyes red. Its glowing eyes low. What? Its glowing red eyes low to the ground. Light glints off the metal of its armored chassis. Rector runs a hand over the drone's killing legs, caressing the sculpted metal with his fingertips. I earn my living in the shadows. I suspect that everyone on this boat does. If we were suited for a more pedestrian line of work, we wouldn't be in Hahoy. At the risk of sounding immodest, you risk sounding modest a lot, man. Koshki's aptitude for butchery is quite impressive. He earns me all I need and more. Well, seems like everybody on this boat runs the shadows. Why not pull out our resources and work together? He purses his lips, considering. A compelling offer. I'm quite well on my own, but I must admit that there are certain jobs for which I am unsuited. Magic eludes me, and I'm not a decker. My strengths come from material objects in the real world. Solid things with mass and heft, things that I can build and operate. Sadly, a great many clients are only interested in teams that display a mastery over the intangible. This group of yours, do you have people who can cover those bases? If so, then perhaps we can help each other out. Yeah, we have a shaman and a decker, both competent at their jobs. Yeah, let's go with this one. Oh, in that case, I will accept your offer on a provisional basis. We'll do a few runs together and see how we get on. If our association bears fruit, it will continue. If not, I will bid you my farewell and go back to working alone. How does that sound? Well, welcome aboard, Rector. Very good, excellent. When you receive a job, you know where to find me. My skills and resources are at your disposal. And with that, I'm afraid that I must bid you good day. I still have work to do down here. Slag assembly won't clean itself. Well, I'll be in touch. Looking forward to working with you, man.
'Cause I don't know what to do. I'll be in touch. Looking forward to working with you, man. 'Cause I don't know what to do. I'll be in touch. Looking forward to working with you, man. 'Cause I don't know what to do. I'll be in touch. Looking forward to working with you, man. 'Cause I don't know what to do. I'll be in touch. Looking forward to working with you, man. 'Cause I don't know what to do. I'll be in touch. Looking forward to working with you, man. 'Cause I don't know what to do. I'll be in touch. Looking forward to working with you, man. 'Cause I don't know what to do. I'll be in touch. Looking forward to working with you, man. 'Cause I don't know what to do. I'll be in touch. Looking forward to working with you, man. 'Cause I don't know what to do. I'll be in touch. Looking forward to working with you, man. 'Cause I don't know what to do. I'll be in
looking forward to working with you. And I with you, he says. What a nice guy. I like Raptor. I like him. So, open door? Okay, let's explore this a little bit. But I think we are reaching... Okay, what the hell is down here? What the hell? Oh, just rats. Okay. Or maybe a cockroach or something. I don't know. But anyway, I think I'm gonna cut the episode right here. I am Colonel RPG, and this has been Shadowrun Hong Kong. I really hope you've enjoyed it. And if you did, feel free to leave a comment, like the video. But above all, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye!